We've got a bit of an odd Twitter beef happening right here between Colin Quinn and Todd Barry. Full disclosure, I'm a huge Colin Quinn fan, so of course I'll be taking his side probably in this. Although I know of Todd Barry, I've seen his stand-up. Never thought it was that bad or anything. Although I think it's a thing, like a bunch of comedians don't like his style or whatever. I don't know. But so Colin Quinn tweets, somebody just came up to me and said that Todd Barry killed every show this weekend. Then I realized what day it was and had a good laugh. Because today's April Fools. So, and then Todd Barry responds, but I'll just read what Colin Quinn had to say. Then Colin says, sorry, Todd Barry, I don't consider myself a fool. I'm a comic, and I respect the art. If you want to prance around in a costume and a hat with bells on and behave like a jester, then I guess enjoy the day. I don't know. I'll read you Todd Barry's responses to that. And we'll get into it. My God, Todd Barry tweets a lot. Okay, so, yeah, I think it's up over here. Yeah, right here. So, Todd Barry responds to somebody just came up to me and said that Todd Barry killed every show this weekend. Then I realized what day it was and had a good laugh. Todd puts, your actual response would have been, hey, I killed too, all whiny and defensive and shit. All right, that was a pretty good line back. I gotta admit, that was a pretty good line back at Colin Quinn by Todd Barry. But if you're doing it in Todd Barry's delivery, it would have took him 20 minutes to say that. That's the only problem. And then he puts back, too bad I Am Colin Quinn isn't doing his show anymore. He could do a special April Fool's edition where he forgets to mention one of the states. Then he could, kind of sad that I Am Colin Quinn would pick a fight with me on April Fool's Day, usually a sacred day for comedians, where we set aside our differences and live in harmony. Sigh. So, I mean, that's all he had to say, really. And so, I don't think this is really too seriously. I think, they, just shitting on each other, but, just on Twitter. Just throw a couple of shots at each other. I will say, now, I don't know too much about Todd Barry, so I don't know this prance in a hat thing, but, like other people said, sure, because Lenny the Lion was all about artistic integrity. And as Colin Quinn, I'm going to assume on SNL in a lion costume. Todd Barry is a genius, Stephen Hawking. Chippy-ki-yay for the mucker. Oh, Todd Barry and a jester thing. Never trust two guys with first names. I 100% agree with that, by the way. I hate that. Mic drop. Back and forth has been fun. Toggle, yeah. Yeah, so, like I said, I don't think this is very serious or anything. I would find it very odd for Colin Quinn out of nowhere to just smash a dude. But, so, I just thought it was a little fun back and forth. And, yeah, so I'm going, and then this guy said, is this a jab at Chip Chipperson? I don't know, isn't that kind of what Opie says? You gotta wear a costume and, oh no, as evidence, Colin Quinn has worn many costumes. You know what's my favorite Colin Quinn? The greatest thing he ever did, his greatest performance, is Colin Quinn in A Night at the Roxbury. I love that movie, A Night at the Roxbury. It's one of my favorite movies ever. It's crazy how I ended up seeing it too. I went to when I go to the movies, I don't just see a movie, I see two movies. And then I ended up seeing that second one because we were in the arcade, me and my buddy, and we were playing the pinball and there were just tickets on there. So we just took them and then went and seen, and we didn't go to the movie theater that day planning to see it. And we laughed our asses off. And Colin Quinn was in the movie. And he played, the character straight. It's pretty funny. But, yeah, so Colin Quinn and Todd Barry sending some shots back and forth on Twitter.